She did not mean to push him. It happened in a second. An argument, a raised voice, fear rising too fast to stop. Emeka fell. He did not move. The room went quiet, too quiet. Neighbors rushed in. Someone screamed for help. Sirens followed soon after. As Chioma sat alone that night, her hands shaking, one truth hit her harder than fear itself. She was not just reacting to that moment. She was reacting to a lifetime. In the silence of the holding room, her mind went far back to a small girl, holding her siblings, hiding under a mango tree. That was where her story truly began. Chioma was born into a family of 4. She was the first daughter, the one who learned responsibility before she learned how to play. Poverty covered their home like a shadow that never left. The walls were thin, food was never enough, peace was rare. Her father drank too much. When he was around, the house felt unsafe. His voice alone was enough to make heart race. Her mother was a petty trader, the only one keeping the family alive. She was strong, but her strength came with silence, a silence built for survival. Some of Chioma's earliest memories were not joy or bedtime stories. They were memories of fear. Whenever her father's voice grew louder and the house became unsafe, Chioma knew what to do. She quickly gathered her younger siblings and run. They would always hide under the mango tree in their compound, their small bodies shaking as they listened to their mother crying from inside the house. Chioma would pull her siblings close and whisper words she hoped were true. "It will soon stop. We will be fine." Tears would roll down her face, but she never let her siblings see them. They stayed under that mango tree until the shouting ended and silence returned. Fear grew with her. Fear of loud voices, fear of anger, fear of men. As she grew older, Chioma began to understand something painful. Her mother's silence was not weakness. It was survival. Still, even as a child, Chioma made a promise in her heart. "I will not live this life. No man will ever raise his hand on me. I will escape." When Chioma became a teenager, boys began to notice her. Some were kind, some were curious, some were pushy. She rejected them all. Love felt dangerous. Men reminded her too much of her father, unpredictable and scary. She hated stories of women being beaten. She hated raised male voices. Most of all, she hated what fear had done to her family. She decided she would never be trapped. Years later, when Chioma and her siblings were grown, something changed. One day, their father tried again to raise his hand on their mother. They stood up to him. Chioma was calm but firm. Her voice echoed, "Please, don't treat our mother this way again," she said. "We watched this as children. We are grown now. We will not accept it." Her father shouted back. But after that day, the violence stopped. That moment ended their childhood fear and began Chioma's deep hunger for a better life. School became her escape. After secondary school, Chioma almost lost her chance to write the final exam because there was no money. It was her principal who paid her fees, believing in a girl who refused to give up. After that, Chioma worked everywhere she could, teaching in small schools, working as sales girl, saving every naira to write JAMB in order to go to the university. She studied with full focus. Anything that did not bring education or honest money felt like a distraction. She grew into a beautiful, disciplined, and determined young woman. Her goal was clear. She would never repeat her mother's life. When she gained admission into the university, the struggle did not end. Her father would mock her often. "You are just a girl," he would say. "You will end up with nothing." He even tried to push her towards early marriage. One night, her mother's voice, softly but shaky, in tears, echoed, "Chinwam, you are strong," she said, "but is marriage not better than university? Since there is no money." Chioma held her mother and cried, "Mommy, I am scared," she said, "but I still want to go. I believe I will succeed. I will return successful. I will make you a queen. Please don't worry. Your daughter will always be fine." They cried together that night, holding each other as Chioma stepped into the unknown. In school, Chioma did every honest job. She did every honest job she could find. She ran errands, she washed clothes, she cleaned rooms, she helped richer students with their work and chores. She did all she could to see herself through school. She never depended on any man. Her focus was simple: education, freedom, independence. She graduated stronger than she ever imagined. Because of her hard work and good character, she got a good job. With that, she was able to help her younger siblings to go to school and learn skills. She supported her parents and improved their living condition. For the first time, she allowed herself to think about love and marriage. Still, fear lived quietly inside her. She rejected many men. She told herself she would only marry someone gentle, respectful, and emotionally safe, someone that is not like her father. Then she met Emeka. He was calm, patient, not rich, but kind. He felt safe. Wanting to believe that good love existed, Chioma ignored the small warnings she could not explain. She married him, believing she had finally escaped her past. For a while, life was peaceful. Then she gave birth. About a year later, things began to change. The warmth faded. Silence grew heavy. Arguments started. One day, during a heated argument, Emeka crossed the line. And Chioma did not think. She remembered the mango tree, her mother's cries, the promise she made herself even as a child. Fear took over. She reacted. Emeka fell. Time froze. Emergency help was called. Emeka was rushed to the hospital. Chioma was taken in for questioning. Sitting alone that night, she faced a new fear. Not of a man, but of what unhealed pain could turn her into. Hours later, she heard the news. Emeka was awake. Relief came, then clarity. When Emeka later apologized and promised it will not happen again, Chioma listened quietly, but she already knew the truth. She did not enter marriage as a healed woman. She entered searching for safety. The marriage was not her escape. It was another battleground. She asked herself one question: is this how my story ends? By losing myself completely? The answer was clearly no. She packed her things, took her child, and walked away. Walking away was not weakness, it was courage. Back home, in the quiet, Chioma reflected. She saw how fear and anger had once protected her, but could not build her future. She accepted her part in the failure of her marriage and chose healing. She chose divorce. She chose peace. With custody of her child, Chioma focused on healing, work, growth, and motherhood. She learned that kindness without character is dangerous, and the true gentleness shows itself during conflict, not comfort. The mango tree still lives in her memory, but it no longer defined her. She was no longer the girl hiding. She was the woman choosing. And this time, she chose herself. She decided that if love come knocking again, she will embrace it as a healed woman. Women, survival is not the same as healing. Strength is not measured by how much pain you endure. Love should never cost you your safety or your peace. Walking away does not mean failure. It means choosing you. Your past may explain your fears, but it must not decide your future. Look beyond words, study character, emotional control and respect. You do not need to break yourself to keep a relationship alive. Your first responsibility is to yourself, your safety, your healing, and your children. Parents, what children witness becomes part of who they become. Constant conflict in the home teaches fear, not love. Be careful of your actions in front of your children so that your actions will not become your child's lifelong burden. A safe home is not a luxury, it is a responsibility, and you owe that much to your children. To adults shaped by childhood trauma, your past explains your pain, but it does not control your future. Anger does not protect, it destroys. Break the circle, heal intentionally, or you risk becoming what once hurt you. Thank you so much for listening. For more stories and lessons like this, kindly click the subscribe button. Thank you so much.